Let us begin.
Does anyone else feel like they're just too aware of everything? I can't shake this feeling that all of this, our entire human experience, is just temporary, constructed, and ultimately meaningless. Like I'm seeing through some veil that others can't. Think about it. The days of the week, someone just arbitrarily decided this is Monday, this is Tuesday, and we all just accept it. It's all made up. The guy that made up currency and street names is no smarter than me or you. Money is just literally paper that someone decided this is valuable, and we all just agreed. We're following systems created by regular people who happen to come before us. I find it fascinating to watch people rushing through their day, stressed about deadlines and status and possessions, completely unaware that they're playing a game they never chose to join. They're so caught up in the matrix of social constructs, they never question any of it. But once you see it, you can't unsee it. And sometimes I wonder if ignorance really is bliss.
Seems like words of wisdom to me. So they had to follow a certain script or plot line. That's probably why the ending was so bad. I had to show this because this is exactly how people are within our sphere of understanding.
Per break, per character.
And that's the goal for writing us, right? No. You did, and he was taken so early. Parents are private. You did, and he was taken so early.
That woman is off.
Now, this is a guy, I used to call him 1% Joe because he ran numerous times and he could only get 1%. In fact, he actually had 1% with an arrow pointing left. That means less than. Now he's shot. He's like got half of his head left and he's out. Think of it. He's totally shot and he ends up getting the nomination. He couldn't get it in prime time. What the hell is going on with the world today? What's going on? What's going on with the world, Mark Meadows?
Trump was such a great conspiracy theorist.
You felt that the government was deliberately spraying cold germs in subways, was deliberately trying to make people ill with the AIDS virus. This is pretty serious stuff. Do you really feel that?
Well, that's a good question. Well, I'm with Barbara Walters now. Oh, that's a serious one. Okay, so I got to now, because people are going to chase me after this. People are going to chase me. I believe that it is quite highly possible that the AIDS virus is a result of genetic warfare testing.
By American agents?
Absolutely.
Wow, that doesn't even seem like a real clip.
And see what happens to the people. This thing, the Artemis 2, it has Artemis also. It has to accelerate at 200 miles per hour every 5 seconds for 8 minutes. Do you think you could survive that? Look, this thing goes up and down. Watch, it goes up. Well, first it went up and down a little bit. So 4 million pounds doesn't do doesn't do that. This smoke is all coming out of the ground. The fence doesn't get to excuse me, doesn't get destroyed. But let me just fast forward here. So they always have this shot and they're zooming out a little bit. Look, how fast is this thing moving? It has to be increasing by 200 miles an hour every 5 seconds. Now, this is 35 miles downstream. Now, you can't hear it on here, but it's going to eject the external rockets. And on the video, filming it from 35 miles away, you hear it at the exact same time that it happens. You hear psh, right there. It would take over 90 seconds for that sound to get back to the camera.
The math ain't mathing somewhere.
Okay, pause. Do it again. A little more. Right when you pause. One more. Keep going. You'll see it in a second. Up. See it? You see his eye? You didn't even catch it. Good. Do it again. You didn't catch it. Do you see it or no?
I see it.
Go back a little bit. Right there. That's good. Okay. Look, there he is in the hallway. Look.
Bro, I just tapped randomly.
Look. See him right there? Right there. Keep going though. You'll see it more.
What the hell was that?
There are 10 people. I know Julia Roberts has a pair. I know Madonna has a pair. I think Gwyneth Paltrow has a pair.
Handle your business. But remember, okay, you are in Hollywood, right? Check the name. Check that.
Under no circumstance are you allowed to take off your blindfold. If I find that you have, I will hurt you. Do you understand? Do you understand?
Rumor was that you had both male and female reproductive parts.
What? Said your parents flipped a coin, decided to raise you as a girl, but you still had a hint of a penis.
Oh my God! You started that? What? You heard that? Everyone in our school heard it.
Everybody at my school heard it. You were the hermaphrodite cheerleader for Long Island?
Oh my God, this is all making so much sense to me now. This is why Adam Carter wouldn't go out with me. This is why Billy Tratt would just stay in this region.
Actually, Billy Tratt is gay now, so that one's not really our fault.
Monica, how come you never told me this? I thought it might be true. And I was afraid that you were going to cry and then show it to me. Joey, stop staring. There's nothing there. It's not true.
I'm a tranny. I'm a man. You do not look in the mirror and not think you're beautiful. I'm a man. What?
And he just puts on his wig and a dress, and it's me, and you don't know that, and it's the greatest ruse of all time. He just puts on his wig and a dress, and it's me, and
a piece of skin, nice little skin, that came from a young person, far, far away. And they somehow figured out how to extract.
It's foreskin from a Korean baby.
Said to me, you know, sweetheart, one day you should settle down and marry a rich man. I said, Mom, I am a rich man.
Give me those.
You pricked my finger.
You're such a woman.
Well, you were the woman.
No, I'm the man.
How inverted is this world?
If you didn't know already, the US government is releasing the truth in a lot of their patents and documents that they have on their website. CIA, NASA, doesn't really matter. They're kind of admitting the truth. Here's a list here of every year that a U.S. patent was released on how to control the weather. Feel free to search any of these patents up. And here's 3 documents from NASA admitting the Earth is flat and non-rotating. The DPS equations of motion use 4 assumptions that simplify the program while maintaining its fidelity for most maneuvers and applications: point mass modeling, non-turbulent atmosphere, zero side forces, and a non-rotating Earth. This report documents the derivation and definition of a linear aircraft model for a rigid aircraft of constant mass flying over a flat, non-rotating Earth. Last one. The model frequently used is that of a flat, non-rotating Earth. But these new documents that I found last night on the CIA's website is gonna surprise you probably. Photographic observations of the spectral intensity of the firmament. The spectral brightness of the firmament along the alsocanter of the sun was observed. Here's a document, the color temperature of the firmament. Investigation on the zodiacal light, provisional results obtained by the observation of the Soviet expedition in Egypt of the diurnal firmament can attain up to 70%. Guys, you're admitting it. There is a hard, fast barrier above us, and it's not called the Van Allen belts, just like the science community is trying to perpetuate now. They're trying to say that there's an impenetrable barrier in the sky, but it's not the firmament. It's the Van Allen belt. No, it's the firmament. They tell you the truth in the patents, in the papers, in the documents. They just hope that you won't go reading them.
They don't care if you're looking. They don't care at all.
If you want to take over a planet, okay, if you want to completely take over a planet, the first thing that you have to do is you have to take out the alpha males or the strong males from the planet. Because the strong alpha males protect the divine feminine. Through television and films, how they are feminizing men more and more and more. You'll see men dressed up in female clothes. The cane is a phallus or male energy. The two circles on either side are to control the male energy. This is not to empower the female in any way. This is a trick to make it look like that it's empowering the female, when in fact it is taking away the protection from the female. The feminism movement that happened in the 60s was to destroy the family unit from the inside out.
They've definitely destroyed the family unit from what I can tell. I don't know what I'd think if I saw that.
Shooting at the White House Correspondents' Dinner was an occult ritual to Saturn. This gave it away. See the shooter laying down on this carpet and all the cubes? Hexagon-shaped cubes, the Tesseract, the black cube of Saturn. This event happened on Saturday, which is Saturn's day. Supposedly, there's a black cube on top of Saturn. Planet Saturn is worshipped by occultists, and it represents Kronos, the god of time. Hence, all the time travel symbolism behind this psyop. The black cube represents mind control, tesseracting the mind or honeycombing the mind programming. That's the real spell. Occult means hidden, mind manipulation, mind programming. That's why the mentalist was there at the event. Obviously, this ritual happened on Saturday, Saturn's day. The shooter has his head laying on this carpet with these cubes, and this whole thing is clearly an occult, which means hidden ritual.
I think people are getting a little fatigued with the catastrophes.
I saw it just beyond the ice, rivers glowing like veins beneath the jungle canopy. Then the towers appeared, ancient stone carved with impossible detail, stretching high into the mist. As we flew deeper, something moved above us. A silent disk, watching, observing. And in the ruins below, gold structures pulsing with unreadable symbols. None of this was on any map. None of this should exist. They followed the glowing river deep into the jungle, its path unnatural, too precise. Then they saw it. A face carved into stone, silent and watching. Was it a warning or a memory? Ancient technology, humming frequency that vibrated the human soul. And in that moment, one question burned in their minds. Did an ancient civilization ever really disappear? Or did it just move beyond our reach?
It would almost be worth the risk to enlighten yourself in these things.
Why did they have such a clean shave the entire trip? Like, I shaved, I think, 2 days ago. This was the Artemis crew on the way to the launch pad. This was them on day 8 after circling the moon and returning home. Look at their faces. Not once did they even have a 5 o'clock shadow. They had the cleanest shave I've ever seen in my life every single day. And okay, maybe they just shaved in space every single day, twice a day. Is it even safe to shave in space? Never mind have your hair flying all over the place? Loose hair is not safe in a spaceship. It is considered a hazard and is actively managed, not allowed to float freely. Stray hairs can be trapped in sensitive equipment, clog critical air filters, or be inhaled or get into astronauts' eyes. Astronauts typically keep hair short or tied back. I've never seen a woman's hair in space tied up. 100% of the time, it is out. You already know why that is. On average, it is normal to lose 50, 100, or 150 hairs from your head per day. So they were gone for 10 days, so times 3 minus this guy because he doesn't have any hair. Thousands and thousands of hairs would be all over the place. They state themselves can be very dangerous to the equipment. This is them when they got back after the 10th day, and their facial hair is the exact same as when they left.
To play devil's advocate here, shaving cream would collect the hair and then they just use a razor blade. But I get where he's going with this.
This world is not what you have been told. Have you ever wondered why all these unexplainable ancient structures are built on the Earth's energy grid? The explanation stems from the emerald tablets of Thoth, who was also known as Idris, Enoch, Hermes, Metatron, or Quetzalcoatl. In these tablets, Thoth mentions a technology called Stargates many, many times. He explains that they enabled him to travel instantaneously between various locations on Earth and even to other worlds. And this is how these Stargates worked. The Stargates use Earth's energy grid, a network of natural energy lines that crisscross the planet. By aligning the Stargates with these energy lines, Thoth could tap into a limitless source of power, enabling instantaneous travel. These energy lines are now called ley lines to hide their true power. But it gets even crazier. Look at all these ancient sites. They all lie on Stargate locations. This is because Thoth built every single one. He traveled the globe spreading spiritual wisdom, advanced technology, and profound astronomical knowledge. This is also how every site aligns with constellations or celestial objects. Thoth was known by many names in different cultures because he used these Stargates to travel and build sites. Do you think Thoth built more sites on other planets?
You think there are other planets?
It was revealed a plan of what's going to happen next. So I can't say it, but I'm telling you, I know what's going to happen next. So I instructed her, we have a bunch of booklets coming out that when they come out, just trust me, you need to know what's in there. I don't care if you have to just take them. Don't steal them, I'll give them to you. But these are things that are strategic. I know what they have planned. What I told her is how much metal you have in your body will affect you when this thing happens. It has to do with frequency. Okay, so that I stay safe and I can come back and I stay alive, I want to tell you something. I will give you a hint of what he showed me. It's going to happen. And you have to get rid of these metals in your body. And I know exactly how to do it very easily. If you want to do it fast and quick, it would be green drinks. Anything green. And, the whole fiber thing and all that. I know. But what I'm saying is there's something with chlorophyll that has to do with, it matches, it's very close to your blood in its structure. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, so you have to have a carrier that will grab things and take them out of your body, okay? That's why I wanted her to speak to you about this. So if you want to know what's going to happen, and it could happen tomorrow, it could happen, but they're going to say it's something else. You're going to have to do your own thinking about this. I don't want to get in trouble. But just stick a piece of foil in a microwave and picture that in your body. And now you know the devil's plan. Because you can't see a microwave, but you can see the results of it when it's present. And you know to not put foil in the microwave because you just do it once, and then you have a fireworks show that the neighbors talk about coming from your microwave. Are you listening to me? Because frequencies affect different things, and if something is coming that is intentional, if it hits something that stops it, then it starts to heat up because of resistance. If it can't flow through you, then it starts to cook. And that's what I saw. It's pending. They're going to say it's something else.
You need to go home.